I've seen way too much, and it's absolutely terrifying. And I'm going to tell you all about it today. A lot of people won't tell you the things that I'm going to tell you today. So you might be a person, you've gone about your journey, and you all of a sudden, you started to see too much. And I shared it a long time ago. Warning, there is no turning back. Once you see too much, you can't unsee it. I've seen way too much over the past few years, but especially this year. You can't undo it. So it's going to be a very interesting chat today. I like to put out the content that nobody else puts out. So if you're coming in, you could hit 1111 in the chat, because we are glitching the matrix today with this chat. So events or behaviors that are not normal to baseline reality is what I'm going to be discussing overall today. We're going to be talking about glitches within people, situations, the Mandela Effect. There's always new people to this. Like for me on my journey, it's very, like I learned about the Mandela Effect years ago. And maybe you're not aware of it. So it's really something. If you're going to say, so what can I point to that is going to give me a real life piece of evidence of the terror? It's literally terrifying to see too much, to say that this reality is not actually real, or what this reality is. I'm trying to put it into words, right? Maybe in this past year, you have seen glitches, you've experienced things, you can't put it back in the box. This is the chat that you need to hear. Laura writes, terror is fun now. I appreciate that. You didn't have to worry about Halloween. You just gotta live your life in this new era that we're in. And shifting states of consciousness. So that's what's actually happening. You, the person that's getting this message, you might have lived your life a certain way, and you thought that things were real, or like, this was like solid, but not like fixed. We'll use the term fixed, and these things aren't fixed. And all of a sudden, all these strange glitches, and I have had run-ins with other people that communicated to me. See, I'm communicating to millions of people right now. And how you doing? And then there's people that I came across in my everyday life, because you're like, I've seen things, I've experienced things that I could say, nobody's gonna believe me, okay? I could say even to myself, my mother I could say, I don't even think my mother would believe me. But then my mom turns around and says, there was something, I know I put it on the coffee table, and then it was disappeared, and then it was in a totally different place. So maybe this is how we're all communicating, because so many people are witnessing glitches in the reality, especially this year, okay? I have seen too much, and it's absolutely terrifying. I'm so grateful for that, everyone that came on the live stream. I'm so grateful if you could click the like button in the now moment. It allows others to find this message, get on the live stream, hear the replay. It's a great support because, and you say, hey, you know what? I've seen too much as well. So when you start seeing an abundance, I'm not talking about one thing. Oh, you had one strength. That was kind of strange. No. I'm talking about dozens and dozens and dozens of strange things from people that pop in and out of your timeline, people that do these strange glitches, and then you have a conversation with somebody else, and they are saying back to you exactly what, like, I didn't even tell this person. That person told me first, and I said, yeah, that's what I saw. This as well. I saw this as well. Okay. So, and again, if you, because, people are going to say, oh, it's scary. All right. It's scary. It's terrifying. So let me start this chat off with the Mandela Effect. Okay, do you know the Mandela Effect? You could raise your hand. Okay, so I'm going to give everyone an example before I get into this conversation, right? So when I say these things, right, some people say, oh, he's trying to be like so spooky or whatever, but okay. So Mr. Rogers, okay, I've shared this for years. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, how many people watched Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood as a kid? Okay, and now, once I became aware of this, I saw the episodes. I was sitting there as a young boy. I was watching Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And everyone knows Mr. Rogers saying, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. You see, isn't it a beautiful day in this neighborhood? Okay. He saying it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And I just said the thing. And now when you go back to that episode, any episode, you go and put on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and he sings, it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Now, it's a very small little glitch. It's so small that people could say, oh, it's in the neighborhood versus this neighborhood. It's such a little minute, but the whole meaning of the thing is different. When he's singing to everyone, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, it's really everyone's neighborhood. Like if I say this neighborhood, it changes the whole meaning. So a little change from the to this, won't you be my neighbor? I appreciate that, Chris Mason. Everyone hit the 777. Hit the bees. The love bees are in the chat. The bees haven't come around. They're very seasonal, or when they come out. Some of you have seen the videos when the bees float around me, okay, out here. The bees are back. So now, later in life, I say, wait a second, I know, wait, this is not right. So to a person, it's very overwhelming. And then you say, and so now it's interesting, if you're sealed in the forehead, if you're a person, and you say, oh, I'm very interested in this, some people will be curled up in the fetal position. But this is why, when you become aware that this is like really a multiverse with different timelines, different frequencies that you could tune into and out of, and then all of a sudden you start seeing these things and you say, this is absolutely terrifying. Again, Poppy, Go look up any Mr. Rock. You go on there. So I have a friend in the gym, and he wears all the funny shirts, and he had the Golden Girls, and I believe it was the one where she was on the phone, and I said, you know, that's a Mandela Effect. Yeah, she's on. He wore the Golden Girls shirt, right? We all have a friend that wears. He has tremendous. Maybe he's watching this episode, but his reaction. I go, you know, that's a Mandela Effect. He goes, yeah. I said, yeah, Ed McMahon never worked for Publishers Clearinghouse. What are you talking about? He had to see his reaction. Because we all remember, maybe not all, I want to use the right terminology. Maybe you're hearing this at a high percentage rate. You remember Ed McMahon working for Publishers Clearinghouse. Do you remember Ed McMahon working for, how you doing? Remember that? You could raise your hand. You could do anything in the chat. And what if I'm sitting out here right now. Okay, the chat's blowing up. We're on a little bit of a delay when people respond on the chat. Okay, do you remember? So I'm getting this through your brain when I say this is scary when you see these weird things. Do you remember Ed McMahon working for Publishers Clearinghouse? And what if I sat out here and I told you Ed McMahon never worked for Publishers Clearinghouse? Ed McMahon never worked for Publishers Clearinghouse. Are you ready to pay attention to what I have to say today now? Cody writes, it's spooky with the ghost. So this is what I'm talking about, the stuff I've seen. I've seen this crazy stuff this year, right? I've seen some crazy stuff. So it's very wild. And So then I go out, and, a lot of us remember it. There's residue to this. Johnny Carson holding the check to David Letterman, said he couldn't show up. That's called residue. It's in the Golden Girls. That's why I told my friend. She goes, Ed McMahon from Publishers Clearinghouse, I won? That's called residue, but the original, it's gone. So strange, right? So then you find yourself curled up in the fetal position. So you might, yeah, and sometimes people see residue within cartoons. I believe there was Jiffy Peanut Butter in The Simpsons. Please click subscribe. Also, let me know down below if you want I've done a full video on the Mandela effects. If a lot of people comment on this video today, I want more videos on Mandela effects, I'll start pumping them out, kid. So it's the people's channel. All right. So, events, behaviors that are not normal to baseline reality. When you witness people that act a certain way in your life, and then they act a totally different the next day. You fall asleep, you wake up, you see them again, and they're acting like a totally different person. Okay, so as I go along with these things, you could comment, you could raise your hand, you could even click the like button if you have seen these things. You say, you know what, people need to hear this man speak about this. They act one way, and then the following day, they're acting totally different. You could even see their eyes might change. And you'll notice the eyes in your life. Certain eyes, it's very rare. You could see a set of eyes, they're always the same. And then the eyes change in other people. Did you notice this as well? Is it spooky? Years ago, there was a movie called The Matrix. And, when it comes to, like, noticing, like, something is different or moved in your house, it's I guess not as spooky, but when you see behaviors from people and others that have seen the same behavior, you say, what? So, Ronnie, a lot of people gaslight. Ronnie's writing how maybe someone in your family gaslights you. Maybe your friend you're crazy, all this and that. Okay, that's what this is all about. Okay, that's why you have to be a light warrior at this time, because you, the person that's getting this message, you are sealed in the forehead. You are seeing something strange going on. Quite frankly, I've had enough of what I've experienced today, but I'm going to teach everyone what this actually is. So if you're able to focus your attention, which I shared I dropped a YouTube short last night. Okay, watch that YouTube short. It will change your life in 1 minute. And the reason why I'm leaving this message today is because I had a glitch. Now, when it's on the computer, it's not as overwhelming. Last night, I posted a video. I said, I broke YouTube. There we go. I broke YouTube. I broke the internet again, right? So I posted the YouTube short, and everyone was trying to comment. None of the comments were showing up. Okay, my sister's texting me, the comments aren't showing up. Okay, I shared with the community, there was no comments. Okay, check out yesterday's YouTube short. And, it said, it had, like, at the time, 28 comments, no comments. Okay, I screenshot it. I'm going to share that in the community. Hit me up on Patreon and Facebook if you want other posts. Patreon, Facebook, we got TikTok, we got it all here. Okay, so that's what really inspired me. Okay, because I'm saying, what the heck is going on? People are commenting and the comments aren't. So when it's on like a computer electronical thing, it's not a big deal. But when you see people in the reality doing strange things, it's wild. So one of the things, I'm just going to give an example because I was hanging out with someone back in the summer, and at least this person gave me evidence, and through our conversation, this person said to me, I have seen, like, I'll see people, like, they look at me to make sure I'm looking at them, and then they have to like if it's a couple, they have to like make out right in front of you. Like, you'll see them looking at you to make sure you're looking, and then they start like making out. And I said, you know what? I noticed the same thing. I saw people looking at me to make sure that I was like kind of looking in their vicinity, and it was very strange. So maybe you are a person that has noticed things like this, where you are looking, like people are looking to see that you're looking at them, and then they do something. Isn't that strange? So some of these things, if you watch the movie The Matrix, the Matrix is a documentary when it comes to, and people are writing it in. So write it in the comments on the replay. Okay, you are writing this in the chat right now. So yeah, she's telling me this, and I'm like, I saw the same thing. I said, they're looking at me to make, I said, what the heck is this? It's so strange. Okay, very strange behavior. And that's just one example. I have seen other examples where, like, I'll walk into a place and it was like, if the person is looking at me to make sure that my eyesight is in the vicinity, and they are making sure that they see whatever the heck was going on. Okay, Soulstar maybe knows what's going on. It's very strange what's going on. Very strange. So again, when you see these behaviors, or maybe you have someone in your life, and again, this is why it starts getting weirder and weirder. Okay, so then that person maybe does a 180 on you. They're acting sweet as apple pie, right? And then the next day they act like a bitch. Do you know this? Have you seen this? Click the like button. Click the like button if you've noticed this as well. You say you were just so sweet as apple pie yesterday. Now you're acting like something totally different. And if you're very noticing things, you could maybe see a difference in the eyes. No one's going to give you the chat like this today, right? So you notice it, and then so then you're sitting there, you say, am I the only one here? Am I the only one in the room? Hello? Is anyone out there? Is this all a show? Is this the Truman Show? Hello? Are you out there? Is this the Truman Show? Right? So I'm reading the comments on the live stream. A lot of people are seeing these very strange things, but it's not just one time. It was been dozens and dozens of times this year. And then it's like, why is all this strange stuff happening? I'm going to teach you what it is if you don't go anywhere from this chat. I'm going to drop a lesson like you say, and then people are going to say, wow, this all makes sense. Okay? I noticed something that changed on my own body, okay? And it's not something like I got into shape more, like this thing. I said, this looks different on my own body. So if you're new to the channel, the video is entitled, None of This Is Real. You go to the channel page, and I said this, and I said, even this physical body is the outer world. So you might be getting this message. So let's take all the other people out of it, because you're saying, okay, so we went through levels in this discussion today. You might see weird glitches on the internet. So that's one, it's kind of, you kind of expect that there's weird stuff. It's electronics. Okay. Then you see people, okay, acting strange out there in this world, okay, or objects moving. Then you're looking at your own physical body, and you know your body. And some people don't, because they're not conscious and aware. You got to be really focused. You watch my video on detoxification. Make sure you're paying attention to everything. And then I'm looking, and I said, this looks different. So the video is entitled, None of This Is Real. Okay, I'll put it on this replay of the live stream. You could look at it. And I said, even this is the outer world. I'm not even here right now. How you doing? I am not this body. I am the energy that operates this body. You are a soul. If you're getting this message, if you're able to focus your attention, You're a soul. You're an energy. Even this is the outer world. You are only, and so this is where it starts getting, you're getting more scared now. You are the energy that is in or operating this from wherever the higher dimensions are. And at first you don't live your life this way. So your state of consciousness shifted. What has happened, you are shifting, you lived your life a certain way, and then something breaks you and cracks you open, okay? It's cracked you open. You have shifted from NPC mode in this world to creator mode. So now everything in the reality is, and again, it can't all fall off all at once. You are going to have to cross the bridge. How you doing? I teach. This is known as the bridge of incidents. Hi. Some people teach about this, I'm teaching about it, and I'm also living it. This is a documentary. Click the like button. It's terrifying. Help. Help me, please. Someone. So you might know about, you could raise your hand if you know about the bridge of incidents. Neville Goddard spoke about this. I've seen too much this year. I've seen too much since 2020, the year of clear vision. So if you think about 2020 vision, think about your everyday life. Do you see things that you're like, I've seen too much even since then? And this past year, your life is like it's glitching. It's all this weird shift. It's a long bridge that we are crossing, kid. Someone please help me. Someone's got help. So as we're going through it, and so this is where traumas come up, because you're like, this is a real actual person, and then is wait a second, what? I really actually put this I took this physical object and I placed it right here on the coffee table, and it's not, and then I go, it's not there anymore. Right? Any one of these things that you've experienced, I'm giving you in this chat today, then you start seeing too much. Then you're watching people operate like those people in the Matrix did. And it doesn't make any sense. And it is scary. It's terrifying. I've seen people get triggered by the Mandela Effect. You know, I was interested in it. But so if you take whatever it is, the glitch in the Matrix, the Mandela Effect, and now you plug it into your life. You know, it's one thing to say, you know, I know Mr. Rogers saying it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. You could, you know, we could play it. We could play a game in the comment section. You write the neighborhood or this neighborhood, whichever one you thought it was. Hit the like button. Okay, if you say, oh wow, I know it's going to only affect a certain group of people. If you're, you know, growing up in the '90s, you watched Mr. Rogers. The heck's going on? What the heck's going on? Right, Poppy? It's what so, and that's why I leave this message, Poppy, so that you hear it and you say, you know what? I ain't losing my mind. I know what I saw. I know I'm sealed in the forehead. I know I'm very sharp. I notice these little things. And then you start noticing even things like I noticed things on my body. I said, wait a second, that was not like that on my own body. Wait a second, that person was not like that yesterday in my everyday life. Wait, my work on the internet just glitched. What the heck was that? Any of these things. So, and again, each one is going to get more and more intense. Stuff on the internet, glitches and things like that. People glitching out, acting weird in reality. Woo! And then like stuff disappearing in your home or relocating to a different spot. I know I put it there. I know I put it there. When you start to have these things that it piles up, I'm not talking about one time. I'm talking about dozens and dozens of times this year. Why are all these things? Because we are traveling over this bridge, and we're going from one reality to another reality, and the basic fundamental, we'll call it subconscious of your life, is totally different. So it all has to come down. So over the course, as you are traveling over this bridge, the bridge is like falling down, okay? It's collapsing. Your life is collapsing. People need to hear this, right? Some people know about this and, probably never been presented this way. I like to present things a different way, all right? You're going over this bridge and the bridge is falling apart, right? And say, what the heck's going on? How am I going to get to the other side? The bridge of incidents. One thing and another thing and another thing. When I reflect on my journey, I went through this from 2021 to 2023. It got me to a place in my life. It's Lily. Right? And it was terrifying. And I had more stress and I had more crazies. I said, how is this? Because each thing, each incident got me to the next phase, to the next phase, to the next phase. This year, it got real weird, man. Real weird. And I know there's people that are hearing this message. The will beats the skill, kid. I love you. The bridge of incidents. And all of a sudden, you're on a brand new timeline. Now, I know where my Sacred Heart wants to head. And you're saying, what the heck? All this crazy stuff. All these Mandela effects, personal Mandela effects. People glitching out in your everyday life. Sometimes people drop a message off. I know that. I had people pop in to deliver the message. The message is delivered. It's confirmation. On your journey, when you go through this is crazy. And I have seen too much this year. I've seen too much. So, and that's why I could sit here and I could say, these things happen. Like even last night, it was just a little taste, and that's what really motivated me to create this video today. I say, no one's going to believe me. How many people are tuned into this live stream and you say to yourself, I had this, who can I tell? Who the heck is going to believe me? This is the craziest thing I've ever seen, I've ever experienced. Who is going to believe? How is this even real? Any one of these things that resonate with you, I'm trying to give you the real, like I'm putting you right in there because there's so many people. I talked to my friend. He's telling me the story. I said, it ain't real, bro. He looks at me. It ain't real, bro. This shit ain't real, bro. It ain't real. Now, again, when we say the term it ain't real, it's just, you got to understand differently. You got to understand frequency. That's why Tesla left us the keys to the universe years ago. I'm leaving you the keys to the universe now. This is the modern day stuff, right? If you think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, so when you start to think of frequency, and that this is not a physical, this is not a physical coffee mug, okay? It is particles that are vibrating at a specific frequency that is giving it the appearance of a solid. I appreciate if you click the like button. I love to teach the people. And the more that you click the like button, it helps this get out there. And people, because people are looking for this. You think people aren't looking for this. And then you start talking to your buddies in the gym. And they say, I saw it too. Me too. I knew this since a kid too. Me too. Then you're sitting there in a group of people. Then you're all sitting in the sauna. You're all talking about this stuff. And then you realize you're not alone. Click subscribe. You're not alone. I saw a lot of weird glitches on this, in the technology later in the day yesterday. All the things you do, if you could do it today, hit the like, hit subscribe if you haven't done it. Keep hitting it, keep sharing it. Just keep hitting that frequency fence today. All right. If you're new to the channel, watch my video on the frequency fence. Okay. So we're teaching, we're getting the real life evidence. And I've just totally seen too much. I've seen too much. And when I talk to other people and they're telling me, yeah, I saw the strange behavior too. Like these people like looking to make sure I'm looking at them, and then they do whatever they got to do. Weird. Matrix? Did you see the lady in the red dress, Neo? Is there a red dress emoji? Are you awake? Do you know is this the Matrix? Are we breaking out? Are we Neo? Ask the question. Ask the question. It never changes. I've been teaching science for years. And the first step, want to conduct an experiment? Want to conduct experiment with me? It's always ask the question. Everyone's writing it in the chat, in the comments. Ask the question. And then when people tell you don't ask questions, I used to have to train my students with this, right? It's always you're trying to help people through the narcissistic ways. I say when people make fun of you for asking questions, okay, you got to disregard them. Smart people ask questions. I used to tell my kids that. Smart people ask questions. I'm always, regardless of who my student is, smart people ask questions. Click the like button if that resonates. Smart people. So I got to ask questions. I got to say, what the heck am I looking at? Then I got to go study. Then I got to realize, you have to realize it. Remember when I go out on the front line. Here he is. He's out on the front line. There he goes. Right there, he's swinging the sword of Archangel Michael on the front line. There he goes. And he says, the truth cannot be told. It could only be realized. And then I realize it. I say, oh my God, what is all this crazy stuff going on in my life? As a man, I sit down, I start studying, right? I study for years. I study every day. I say, what the heck am I going through? I says to myself, why are these people glitching out, acting so strange? It's scary. So when you're scared, you don't curl up in the fetal position. You strap on the full armor of God. You say, what the heck is going on? And I have to figure out what all this is what I do. All right, click subscribe, take the journey. We're going to figure this out together, because what's happening right now, people have done this. People have done ascension. People have done manifestation. People have done this for years. But what is happening in the now moment, okay, I'm giving you the answers. What is happening in the now moment is the collective is doing it like at it's a major thing. That's why I'm here to teach you guys and guide you through the chaos. The chaos is not a bad thing. I'm giving you the answers today. It's terrifying. It's chaos because it's not what it used to. What? So you get scared inside. What we are doing is we are crossing the bridge, and it is the bridge of incidents. And I'm here to tell you, I can know this. I can know this very well. It's terrifying, kid. I'm scared. It's scary. It's scary, right? Click the like button if it resonates, right? I go through it. I learn it. I teach it. It doesn't matter. How you doing, right? And so I'm giving you this. Oh, I feel better, Mike, that you told me that it's still, right? It is terrifying. It's scary as you know what. You're watching the stuff glitch out. You're watching people. I said, what is this? How is this real? How is this behave? Hello? How is this real? If you are sitting there and you're saying, how is this real? This is the message. Do you see it out there? Do you see it? It's terrifying. So when you realize this, when I'm crossing this bridge, then you say, you know what? Then I got to have it all. Oh, now we're going to get real deep now. Now I have to have it all. Now I have to have all the abundance. Now I have to have all the love. I got to have it all now. And you turn on the magnetron, right? I'm like Magneto, right? I'm Magneto, right? And I imagine I start flying around. I got the and now I have to take it all now. This is crazy. I got to go through this. Nah, if I'm going to go through this, I got to have it all. Everyone's writing it in the comments. I got to have it all. Yeah. It is funny, right, Brandy? I got to have it all. I start pulling in all the abundance, all the love. Okay. Let me get this through your brain. I'm being real right now. Say a person comes, I'm explaining to, like you say, this is not real. Like a random person comes over to you and says, hi, hey, you want $1 million? What? Here you go. Here's, and they just give you $1 million. Now, the way your brain is wired, right? And that's terrifying. How the hell is that real? Right? I'm telling you, it's like your brain, it's not, it's what? $1 million, what? It's terrifying. But it's $1 million. I don't care. It doesn't make no sense. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Okay, so if you are a stranger and you want to give me $1 million, I will take the $1 million, okay? You could just send it over. But this is just the truth. When it's weird. So you turn around, you say, I'm crossing the bridge of incidents. I'm starting to see that reality is starting to change. I'm starting to see through a frequency the alignments. What is the frequency that I'm broadcasting out? Okay, years ago, I broadcasted a frequency since I was a boy. And now I live in that frequency. So this is why when you start to see too much, like you didn't see this because I was busy. I was going to the matrix job. Sometimes in our everyday life, we might have a person that stresses us out in our lives, and you're in that stress, so you don't see clearly. But then God is going to say, son, daughter, you're going to sit out here nice and quiet alone. I says, I'm going to sit out here alone? Yeah. And when it's nice and quiet and alone, then you start seeing all this weird, and then you start seeing more. Yeah. The bridge of incidents. It is absolutely terrifying. It's scary, bro. And then you start seeing too much, and then you start questioning reality. Then you say, how is that possible? That stranger came over to me with the briefcase of $1 million. Here, take it. I'm sure I'm talking about this right now. You'd be terrified. Like if you're a person that's really like, I understand reality, like how, what? Right? So, yeah, this is where it is. And I like to teach about these things and really make it relatable to everyday life people. I'm grateful for your support, especially when we collaborate together on these live streams. Everything you do, share it forward. Because I have like my own conversations with people, and I could see how they're like, oh my God, thank you, because I feel like I'm not crazy. I turn to them, I say, I appreciate you, because now I feel I'm not crazy. What the heck is all this stuff going on? The bridge of incidents. FitBrit writes, the best channel on YouTube. I appreciate that. We are the best channel on YouTube. I appreciate if you click the subscribe button as we cross the bridge to 1 million subscribers. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? You say, you know what? I'm learning stuff. I'm laughing. This is where I want to show up every single day, 9 a.m. Eastern. Isn't it great? Okay, Love Angel writes, great to hear this. Again, I share things from a place of authenticity. I see these things. I've studied these things. I know it. And when you're in it, it doesn't matter. Okay, you get a Mandela effect. And you say, you know what? He said it was a beautiful day in the neighborhood. How is it a beautiful day in this neighborhood? And you see the glitch and your brain just goes, and you say, wait a second, I know that Ed McMahon worked for Publishers Clearinghouse. And then you go on the Google and then you research the entire internet and you can't find anything from him actually doing it. You will find residue. I've done videos on this before. Again, when you come back on the replay of this, leave a comment if you want more videos on the Mandela Effect. Because I feel like I could talk about these things, but when we have something that we could really sink our teeth into, right, the meat and potatoes of something, and you say, you know what, when I have a tangible thing like the Mandela Effect, and I could say to myself, you know what, now I'm starting to see there's something wrong with this reality. Not that it's wrong, there's something, I want to word things correctly. I don't want to make it, because it is scary enough, kid. It's scary enough. It's terrifying. Help me, please. Please help me. It's scary enough. But to say that, okay, now I'm understanding I'm understanding differently how this reality works. As Tesla said, tuning into a frequency. It doesn't go away, Melanie. That's why there has to be a major catalyst event. I talk about it for years. Major catalyst event. It's so powerful, it just... Right? Martin the Jedi writes, it doesn't go away. It doesn't go... Like I told people, the physical reality, it must match the frequency you have in your sacred heart. And that video, again, if you didn't want, you better watch it. Again, you don't have to do anything, but it's just the answer. The reality, do you feel like you're not at home in your own reality anymore? Do you feel the feeling of depression, which means deep rest, and the soul is tired of operating the body in a reality that is not a match? You watch that video. 2 videos pop up at the end. Watch them both. None of this is real, bro. And that's why I'm putting it out. You might find yourself doing that, Fran, in the fetal position as you go to sleep. Okay? The whole reality says, wait a sec. Then you see people, and then they're going back and forth. Wait, how is this a different person? What? I'm trying to give you the feeling, right? That's why people love this channel. Not only am I I'm giving you the feeling, right? I really get in there, right? And that's what we're experiencing, right, Christy? Right? This is what we're feeling. What? Who? How? Who's going to believe me? That person acted totally different yesterday. Hi. Who's going to believe me? I know I put it on the coffee table. I know it. Now it's randomly like behind my bed or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it's weird. It's got to be something that with you definitely know. Not like you kind of sort of know. Like you had it there, you know it, and it's a different feeling, right? Like it's one thing. Like did I kind of? I'm not sure. Maybe I didn't. No, you're like, no, I know I put it there. Do you understand the difference? Do you like how I give you like the different feelings so you really get in there? Okay? It's not like the feeling like maybe I put it. No, it's like, what the hell? No, I know I put it there. It comes from a different place. No, I know that person like totally turned around, looked at me to make sure, and then like did something. Do you what? Is this the Matrix? Hello? I appreciate that, Love Angel. Everyone can hit the hearts in the chat. I appreciate all the love for this channel, all the support, however you do it. And we're going to continue these videos 9 a.m. Eastern time. I wanted to present something. Check out my YouTube short from last night. It's always, 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 always. It's never going to change. It's never some fad and then like this teaching is going to, it's your attention. It's your attention. Okay? So I love you all. Appreciate you clicking the like button. Click subscribe if you haven't. It's a great support. And I'm going to have videos every single day, 9 a.m. Eastern time. And maybe we'll have more. If you click the notification bell, if I put a special evening video or live stream or podcast, there's so much I have to share to the world. Like, and so you might feeling this right now. I talk about the ascension symptoms. I'm ready to explode. I have to get this. Like, yeah, I have to get this out to the world right now. Right? Thank you, Jedi. Was it a great live stream? I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone's support. Watch the video. None of this is real. A lot of people are starting to witness these things. There's no physical way that this is possible, right? Again, it's where you look at baseline reality or physical reality. Like people in a normal circumstance, it could be something super positive. If you have $1 million for me, you're more than welcome to give it to me. But seriously though, person comes over to you with a brief. You want $1 million? Like your brain, you say, well, what? It's terrifying. It could be totally positive. And that's why I talk about self-sabotage. You got to know about these things. You could have the love of your life. He's right in front of you and you've lived your life in a subconscious program and you run away. Okay, a lot of people know about the runner when it comes to love. I have videos on the channel page. Go to the relationship podcast. It's always you. Okay, so you have to know these things. So just like it might be terrifying and you say, wait a second, I don't want to take that. I don't know what's going on. This doesn't make any sense. Why is this person giving me a briefcase of $1 million? $1 million, here's the cash. And you're sitting there and you're like, what? This is not making, it's not. So again, it's the brain. It's the subconscious programming. I teach this every single day. You will improve your everyday life. It's terrifying, okay? I've seen way too much, but I know that I'm crossing the bridge. I love you all, and leave me a comment if you want more videos on the Mandela Effect, okay? So, love you all. I'm going to be touching on that. And this is not a test. Click subscribe. You're going to see things, and I hope this was a video that you've never seen before. You're going to see things like you've never seen before. Oh, it's coming. It's already here. I love you guys. Bye for now.